Hello guys, मैं हूँ Piyush. Welcome to Cricket Talk with PY. And today we have got Johns Benny at the CricCrazyJohns as a guest on our show. Thank you, Johns, for joining us, and it's always our pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you, Johns, once again for joining us.
First of all, thanks a lot for inviting me as well. It's a pleasure to come to the YouTube channel. So really looking forward to the chat.
Okay, first of all, who have joined, I will clear that we will discuss on India versus South Africa. Currently, you held on the Indian soil in the subcontinent. We will discuss on that review India versus South Africa T20 series and also discuss on India versus Ireland T20 series coming up. We will also discuss on that and also discuss on India versus England one of this match. First of all, starting with India versus South Africa T20 series that is a draw that is draws the series to two. Two in the favor of India and two in the favor of England. And the last match is was out by the rain in the Bangalore. John, first of all, how do you rate Indian contingent performance, especially in the absence of like of Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Jasprit Bumrah? How do you rate Team India performance in the absence of these big players and also KL Rahul?
I think if you look at 6 out of 11 players was not available, who will be part of the first 11. Like KL was not available, Rohit was not there, Virat was not there, Jadeja was not there, Bumrah was not there, then Surya Kumar Yadav was not there. So almost 6 players who are almost the starters for the World Cup are not part of the 11. That has made an impact, but still, if you look at they were 0-2 down, then they came back, especially the performance of few players like Dinesh Karthik has been a big positive, and Hardik Pandya showed the flexibility as well. Like if you look at the IPL, he played at number 3, number 4, number 5. He played on the top order, but coming to Indian team, he played really well as a finisher as well. Even though the power Hardik Pandya generates a few years back may not be there, but still, once he get back to the rhythm, once he plays more as a finisher, then he'll be getting back to the rhythm as well. So I believe there are positive sides as well as negatives as well, but I believe there are more positives than negatives. Like Ishan Kishan is a major positive. He will be one of the backup openers for the World Cup. We all know that KL and Rohit will be opening, but India will be looking for a backup opener. And I believe Ishan Kishan has almost sealed that backup opener spot. Then, as we mentioned, Dinesh Karthik form, Hardik Pandya's performance, then the way Bhuvaneshwar Kumar bowled through the series, then the way Harshad Patel came back strongly, and even Avesh Khan as well. India will be another reason they will be looking at the backup fast bowling option. Like we all know Bumrah is already sealed. Then I believe Harshad Patel is already sealed as well. Then Bhuvaneshwar is almost sealed as well. The way his fitness is going on, the form he has been. So I believe these three fast bowlers will be sealed, and they'll be trying out a few other players as well. Akshadeep is there, Umran Malik is there, Avesh Khan is there, then few others as well. Mosim Khan might be getting an opportunity very soon. So India looking for the backup option. So I believe there are more positives than negatives through the series.
Okay, John, so many fans, आपके बहुत सारे fans join है. You have too many fans, and there are so many joining us. Sports with Bros, hello. Saurabh, hi, John, bro. Harshvardhan, hello, John. So, who have been joined, please ask your questions to John. If you have any queries about India versus South Africa review or India versus Ireland too, so if you have any questions related to the tour cricket of any tour, you can question to John. John, again, we are moving forward. What do you think about Bhuvaneshwar Kumar comeback, especially when uh, we were talking about the previous World Cup when Bhuvaneshwar Kumar dropped after just one match, and now we can see Bhuvaneshwar Kumar back in the rhythm and his bowling too good. And what do you think about Bhuvaneshwar Kumar rhythm, and what do you think about Bhuvaneshwar Kumar will make impact at the next World Cup at Australia?
I think if you look at last year, he was bowling so well. If you remember the series against England, he was one of the best bowlers in that series. Then we all know he got injured. Then that rhythm was not there. But right now he's getting back to the rhythm. If he's not getting injured, if he's looked after really well, I believe we will be seeing a better Bhuvaneshwar Kumar rather than what we saw in 2021 World Cup. So it all depends on how his fitness is going to shape up, how he will be staying away from injury free. So these are the major factors. If you look at India has lots of T20 games, like 2 games against Ireland, then 3 games against England, then there is a 5-match T20 series against West Indies. Then Asia Cup is there. Then there is no confirmation, but still Australia might be coming to India as well. So there we have got lots of T20 games. So his workload management is really important. So we need to wait and watch how he will be shaping up. But if you look at this point, I believe Bhuvneshwar Kumar is at his best position. The way he is bowling, the way his fitness is looked after. So it all depends on how he's going to shape up in next few months leading to the World Cup.
Yeah. Okay, now moving towards openers, especially Ruturaj Gaikwad. There are so many questions of that Ruturaj versus Ishan. Basically, it's about backup opener. We have already have two main front openers, Rohit Sharma, KL Raul. It's about a backup opener, Ishan Kishan and Ruturaj Gaikwad. Ruturaj had obviously failed this series. Obviously, 150 he has scored, but now you're already saying that Ishan Kishan is our backup opener, Johns. What do you think about Ruturaj Gaikwad? If there are any chances of Ruturaj getting back in the team?
He'll be opening in the Ireland series.
Yeah,
Even though if he would have made the runs as well, it would have been difficult because India will be looking for a flexible option. Like if you look at Ishan Kishan, he can be the backup opener, he can be the backup middle order player, he can be the backup wicketkeeper. So these aspects give Ishan Kishan more edge. If you look at the 2021 World Cup as well, that give Ishan Kishan a better edge over Shikhar Dhawan during the last World Cup. That is why they picked Ishan Kishan because he is more flexible as a player and he can bat anywhere in top four. Because we have seen him batting as an opener, batting at number three, number four, etc. for Mumbai Indians or Team India as well. So that flexibility factor is giving Ishan Kishan more opportunities and his performance as well. Like if you look at it, this year, he has been the top scorer for India in T20 internationals, and he is the only player to score 200 plus runs in the series as well. So he is producing the runs as well. So I believe it will be really tough for Ruturaj, even though he'll be getting the opportunity in the Ireland series, but it's just two matches. So, but moving forward, it will be really difficult for Ishan to Ruturaj to get opportunity once Rohit comes back, once KL Rahul comes back. I don't think Ruturaj will be part of the T20 setup moving forward.
yeah, surely. Again, next question for you, John. So, what do you think about Rishabh Pant, the captain? Obviously, first we will talk about the Rishabh Pant, the captain. What do you think on his captaincy? Then we will move towards his batting.
Coming to if you look at ideally, KL Rahul was going to lead the side. We all know he got injured, then Rishabh Pant got the opportunity. So it's just a starting phase. He led Delhi Capitals last two seasons, but he's just 23, 24. There will be lots of mistakes. Uh, by from that mistakes, he'll be learning as well. If you look at the captaincy of Rishabh Pant in 2021 and 22, there has been a major difference. We all know he's really proactive to the bowlers. We have seen what discussions they have been doing whenever the match is happening. Even though there are mistakes, but he's learning as well. So it's too early to judge how he's going to perform in the future as a captain. Mainly because Rohit will be leading the side till 2023. Then KL Rahul might be the another captaincy choice, or he'll be getting the captaincy once Rohit moves away. And then there is Hardik Pandya as well. Because if you look at Gujarat Titans, he has won the IPL title. Then he is going to lead the Ireland series as well. So he'll be another contender. Then there is Shreyas Iyer as well. So we need to wait and watch how their career going to shape up. It's too early to tell. I believe it is better to talk about the captaincy choices after 2023 ODI World Cup.
Okay, now moving towards Rishabh Pant, the batsman, especially with DK coming in the setup. What do you think about, especially with Sky coming in the squad in Ireland series? What's your thought on Rishabh Pant, the batsman, after that Ireland tour?
I think it will be going to be a tricky call. Like if you look at Dinesh Karthik, if you look at the words from Rahul Dravid, they have given a specific role to Dinesh Karthik as a finisher, and India needs that finisher as well because Hardik Pandya is not that Hardik Pandya 2018 or 19. He is lacking that power. He needs that time to settle down in the pitch and to bat more overs, and that is where Hardik Pandya generates more value for the side as well. So they'll be looking as a finisher. Dinesh Karthik, so Dinesh Karthik will be batting at number six, and Jadeja will be batting at number seven. So it's going to be a tricky call how they are going to shape up because you need a left-hander as well. You can't go into a T20 match or T20 World Cup without left-handers in top six. Even though there might be a good player of spin, etc., but there will be weaknesses. So you need a left-hander, but Rishabh Pant needs to perform as well. Like if you look at his performance, especially in T20 internationals, he has been pretty average or pretty ordinary. Even though he has done well in last IPL as well, he didn't score a 50. But if you look at the strike rate, the amount of runs he scored, he has lots of 30 plus, 20 plus scores. But he has a good strike rate as well. But that is not converting to international cricket. That is where he needs to convert very soon. But it's too early to predict that as well. As I mentioned earlier, India has got lots of T20 games. Anything can happen as well. Some of them might get injured. Some of them going through tough phase. Some of them will be getting dropped. So I believe it's too early to tell, and it will be a tricky selection for Indian team as well.
Okay, Jones, as you said, left-hander in the top six, it's a compulsory for a side. But with Jadeja coming at seven, and Jadeja is handy as a batsman, so we can utilize Jadeja in the top six or at number four, number five, because he is purely a batsman who can bat anywhere in the lineup.
If you look at Rohit has mentioned this during the Sri Lanka T20 series, they'll be looking to bat Jadeja up the order. But the issue is that if you look at the numbers, he's better at 16 to 20 phase rather than playing in middle overs. He's a better player of fast bowling than spinners. We have seen in the IPL as well. He used to bat so well for Chennai Super Kings during the 16 to 20 phase. So it will be really tough for Jadeja to go into that role, but we need to wait and watch. Like there are lots of games. It's too early to predict how India is going to shape up, but they have a core side: KL, Rohit, Virat, then Surya, then Rishabh, then DK, Hardik, Harshal Patel, then Yuzi, Bumrah, Bhuvaneshwar. Then there will be backup option, one backup fast bowler. Then Ishan will be the backup opener. Then if they need a spinner or they need a backup all-rounder like Venkatesh Iyer or Deepak Chahar or Thakur or Washington Sundar. So this will be the core setup. But it's too early to predict how they are going to shape up the playing 11 in the World Cup.
Yeah, yes, surely. Now moving towards South Africa setup. South Africa is especially missing their Adam Markram, who is COVID positive, especially in front of the series. Now they especially missing Adam Markram throughout the series. With Adam Markram missing, they have performed pretty good in the series, especially 2-2. They have drawn the series, especially in the missing likes of Adam Markram, and with some matches they have missed likes of Kavishwar Rabada, Bin Pandit, who are pretty good in the bowling. Especially, what do you think of South Africa batting lineup and South Africa's performance in the series, Johns?
I think they're shaping up so well. If you look at the last World Cup as well, they won 4 games in the group stage. They missed out the semi-final spot mainly due to net run rate. So they have got a very good setup. If you look at their squad, even if you look at the depth as well, Tistian Thops is there, Biwal Burmese is there, then Yamina Malan is there. Then Markram hasn't not didn't play this series, who has been a sensation in last one in T20 format. So they have got lots of positives moving forward, and they have got a very good bowling attack as well, especially the fast bowling one. Rabada is there, Nokia is there, and the way Lungi bowled in the last 2 games. So it's a big positive for them, because if you look at the performance of Lungi in last few seasons, he was not up to the mark, especially the fitness was a bit low. He was going for a lot of run, but if you look at the way he bowled in last 2 games, there is a lots of improvement for Lungi. He has done lots of hard work. It was witnessed in front of our eyes with the performance as well. So I believe that is a major positive for South Africa moving forward, and they are a very good side as well. If they are not up to the mark, they wouldn't have winning 4 games in the group stage in the last World Cup. They missed out by a narrow margin, and they played some very good cricket as well, leading to the T20 World Cup or after the T20 World Cup as well. So they are shaping well. They have got very good depth as well, which was not the case before a few years ago. But they are getting that depth, and the underlying team as well. They are performing so well for them. We have seen in the last World Cup there are many talents who are coming, and there are many players who are playing the IPL as well. There are from the T20 league, and they'll be starting the new T20 league very soon. So they'll be getting more talents through that league as well.
Okay, now moving towards we are discussing too much about India versus South Africa series. We have reviewed already India squad and South Africa squad. Now moving towards India versus Ireland T20I series. It starts on 26th and 28th. There are two T20I matches between India and Ireland that is held on 26th and 28th. First, I will say that the squad of India on the screen, that is obviously Hardik Pandya, the captain of the side, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, the vice captain, Ishan Kishan, Ruturaj Gaikwad, Sanju Samson, Surya Kumar Yadav, Venkesh Iyer, Deepak Hooda, Rahul Tripathi, Dinesh Karthik, Yuzvendra Chahal, Akshar Patel, Ravi Bishnoi, Harsal Patel, Aves Khan, Asdeep Singh, and Umran Malik. First, I will ask you, John, so, what do you think about this sport, especially in the likes of Surya is coming back, and what do you think about Hardik Pandya, the captain? Especially, obviously, we have too much discussion on the captaincy because I think it's already a different setup and internationally a different setup. So, what do you think about that squad and Surya with the coming back in the squad and Rahul Tripathi and Sanju Samson making a comeback in the squad and Rahul in the debut series?
I think we have seen what Hardik Pandya can offer as a captain. Even if you look at the IPL final as well, the way he bowled himself against the quality batters of this Josh Butler, Sanju Samson, etc., and he waited for better opportunities to bowl Sai Kishore as well. So that gives that hint. He's a very good thinking captain. He is looking at the matchup options. He goes through different aspects as a captain as well, which was witnessed through the IPL, and that is one of the reasons why he was given the vice captaincy choice for South Africa series as well. I don't think there will be much issues. Hardik Pandya taking over the India captaincy, even though international cricket and IPL is much different, but still Hardik has the ability to continue what he has been doing for Gujarat Titans. And coming to changes, I think I don't think we'll be seeing many changes. The core team will be continuing. I believe Ritu will be opening Dishan. Then in place of Shreyas, we might see Rahul or Sanju or Deepak Hooda. I believe Sanju will be having that edge mainly because he has played. He has been part of the setup for a longer period of the time, even though he has been in and out of the system, but still he might get an opportunity for the first time. Other than that, we might see the same setup like Dinesh Karthik, Hardik Pandya, Akshar Patel. Then there is this Harshar Patel, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, then Avesh Khan. So almost the core setup, apart from one or two changes, everyone will be getting the opportunity who played the South African T20 series.
So basically, we have seen Johns in the whenever the Rahul Dravid sir is starting the coaching, players are getting enough chances. So what's your call on that? There continuously players are getting so much chances. So that like of Ruturaj Gaikwad, he has got now 5 matches versus South Africa, now 2 matches here. If he held here also, will that enough rule for Ruturaj that the end of his well, basically in this road T20 World Cup.
I think it will be really tough if you look at he might be the backup opener in the England T20 series. If KL is not coming back, we might see Ishan and Rohit will be opening, but Ratu will be part of the backup opener. Once KL is coming back, then KL, Ishan, Rohit. These will be the trio for that opening slot. Then Ratu might be moving out, but we might see Ritu part of the T20 series against England as well. Team is not announced, but if KL is not fit because he'll be going to Germany for the treatment, etc. So I believe he might be ruled out of the T20 and ODI series as well. So we might see Ruturaj there as well. After that, once KL is coming back, then it will be really tough for Ruturaj to be part of the setup in the T20 setup.
Yeah. And John, there is a very big question that is asking from the fans too. That is about Umran Malik. Can we see Umran Malik versus Ireland in the two T20 matches? Especially we have Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, we have Harsal Patel, and we have Avesh Khan who have already played 5 matches versus South Africa, and they are performing too good versus South Africa. Is there any chance for Asdeep and Umran Malik in the lineup versus Ireland?
I think it's really tough to say. We need to wait and watch. Like if you look at what Rahul Dravid told in that press conference, he will be part of the group, but he won't be getting the opportunity suddenly. Like Avesh Khan got that long rope, he performed really well, and I believe he'll be continuing as well. Once if they need Avesh Khan and Russ, I believe Akshadeep will be the first choice because Akshadeep was part of the system earlier. He was part of the Sri Lanka tour last year, even though he was part of the net bowling list, but he was there. So I believe Umar Malik need to wait. he might get opportunity in coming series, maybe in the West Indies series or Zimbabwe series, etc. But I believe it will be really tough to get the opportunity for Imran Malik very soon. That is what Rahul Dravid told in the press conference, because it's not easy to come and bowl suddenly in international level. And that will be putting lots of pressure on Umran Malik as well. If he is underperforming, then there will be lots of pressure on him. So once he get into the group, which is really important for him, and he's really young as well. He has the pace, so he needs to be preserved well for the future of Indian cricket.
Yeah, we are talking about a lot of India versus India squad for Ireland T20 series. Now moving towards India versus England one-off test match, that is fifth test match starting from 1st of July. Now we will talking about that. There is first I will say that in this squad that Rohit Sharma is the captain. KL Rahul has been ruled out of that test match and also ruled out of that T20 ODI series versus England. Then Suman Gill, Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, Hanuma Vihari, Cheteshwar Pujara is coming back in the squad after an ordinary back in the back series whenever he have played. Then Rishabh Pant wicketkeeper, PS Bharat wicketkeeper, Ravindra Jadeja, R. Ashwin, Shardul Thakur, Mohammad Shami, Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj, Umesh Yadav, and Prasidh Krishna. John, bro, what do you think about this squad, especially with the likes of KL Rahul missing? He has been tremendous. He's in the tremendous form whenever he played versus England in the last four matches. Whenever he played, India is currently leading the series with 2-1, and it's majorly part. The major part is playing by the Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul. Now KL is missing. What's your thought on that?
It would be major miss, especially if you look at KL Rahul as a batsman. He has done so well in overseas. The way he left the ball in England last year, the way he performed against South Africa early in the year as well, it will be quite a major miss. We might see Shubman Gill opening with Rohit because there is no backup opener. They haven't called any replacement as well, so it will be a big challenge for Shubman Gill as well, because during last year, Dravida management told he'll be drafted in the middle order spot. But we all know what happened. Then KL Rahul got injured. Shubman Gill went as an opener again. So it has been a tough ride for Shubman Gill as well. So we need to wait and watch how he is going to perform. Apart from that, almost the core setup like Virat, Vihari, Pant, Jadeja, Siraj, Bumrah, Shami, etc. will be playing. So I don't think there'll be massive change. The only thing will be whether they'll be playing Shreyas Iyer in the test match, or they'll be trusting the experience of Cheteshwar Pujara. So that is the one thing we need to wait and watch. Apart from that, the core setup will be continuing the test match against.
Okay, John, so as you said, Shreyas Iyer versus Cheteshwar Pujara in the squad, but Hanuma Vihari is previously playing at 3. If Cheteshwar Pujara is playing in this match, then where he will play, at number 3 or number 5?
If Pujara is playing, then Vihari will be batting at number 5. If Pujara is not playing, Vihari at number 3 and Iyer at number 5.
Yeah, that's good. And what's your thought on, especially like somebody like PS Bharat, and obviously all around the option, somebody like Umesh Yadav. Umesh Yadav is with the test squad for so long and he's not getting that chances. What's your thought on that? And especially Prasidh Krishna, or obviously Prasidh is a newcomer, but what's your thought on the Umesh? Will he getting the chance in the match?
I don't
With
think
the
Umesh will be getting
with the
opportunity. If you look at last, and hear that.
with the with the kind of Mohammad Siraj form in the IPL and
If you look at last year, Umesh Yadav played the fourth test match and he got the wicket of Joe Root. Then few others as well. He bowled so well in the test match. But if you look at the first options, it will be Bumrah, Shami, and Siraj. Even though Siraj has been under par in the IPL, but still they'll be backing. It's a completely different format, and we need to wait and watch. Like India will be playing the practice match. There is lots of net sections. It all depends on how they are going to bowl. But as of now, Bumrah, Siraj, Shami will be playing as a fast bowler.
and the bowling all rounder in the likes of Shardul.
I think it depends on the pitch. Bastian has been has that extra bite. Spinners used to get some purchase as well. but it's too early to predict those things. We need to wait and watch. Like Rishabh will be batting at number 6. Then there is only once. Then Jadeja will be batting at number 8. Then three fast bowlers, and then there is one option left. So either Ashwin or Thakur will be playing. Thakur has done so well for Indian team in the England series, in the South Africa tour as well. So it all depends on the conditions. If it is favorable for Pacers, then they will continue with Thakur. If there is hot conditions, then we might see Ashwin. So I believe it's too tough to tell who will be playing that spot.
Okay, that's it for from this live. Thank you so much, John bro. Thank you so much from our hearts, and once again, thank you. And whoever are joining us, please like the stream channel, channel को subscribe करें and also press that bell notification. Thank you once again, John.